just a week away, but the Pistons aren't in the malls, and I'm sure they're not writing Christmas cards. They are in the middle of a very rough work week, and it continues tonight here at the Palace against the Chicago Bulls. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting night of NBA basketball. This is George Blaha along with Coach Dick Harder, and we are at the Palace. And tonight's game for the Pistons, Dick, will not come gift wrapped.
No, it's not a Christmas gift to them, but I think it could be for the fans of Detroit, because we've got Michael Jordan and his great team. Last night, the Pistons were a great team except for about 10 or 12 minutes. So if the right combination gets together, maybe the Pistons can give the fans of Detroit an early Christmas present.
These teams are going in different directions. The Pistons have now lost 3 in a row, and the Chicago Bulls have won 3 straight. Pistons losing last night at Milwaukee after losing a 12-point lead in the final 10 minutes and falling by 6. They have the Bulls tonight, Atlanta here Friday. They go to Philly on Saturday. And if that's not enough, they spend Christmas Day in the Windy City against the Bulls. Michael Jordan here tonight. That does mean we have a present for those in the building and those who are looking in, the most electrifying player in the history of the game.
There's no doubt about it, and besides being electrifying, he does so many things that coaches appreciate. He's a great defender. He anticipates what the other team is doing. He intercepts. He's a competitor. He's a complete basketball player.
Michael's high wire act is something that inspires his teammates. This season, Michael is averaging short of 30 points a game, but he's had a very, very solid season, shooting 57% from the floor and averaging a half a dozen assists and rebounds. Why is he not averaging over 30? Well, first let's take a look at what he's done against the Pistons. Over the years, against the rest of the NBA, he's averaged 53%. Against the Pistons, just under 46% from the floor. Scores more against them because they're a much tougher team to play against. You got to go to your star when you're playing a team like the Pistons. Phil Jackson not going to him, though, quite as much as he did in his first year.
Yeah, Phil's made a definite point to say that this team is going to be a more balanced team. He's not only making it more balanced when Michael's on the floor, but he's playing more players. They're playing some games all 12 players, but at some point you're going to have to decide, hey, we've got to go with Michael, and we better get down to our rotation of 8 or 9 guys. And talking with Phil and John Bach, his fine assistant earlier, they're trying to decide when is that time. It's still the Michael Jordan show.
And the Pistons will put all kinds of defensive pressure on Jordan just as much as they can, running those Jordan rules tonight. More in a moment on the World Champion Pistons Television Network. Live from the Palace of Auburn Hills, this is George Blaha with Dick Harder and the Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. I'm sure you know the 10 guys are going to start this basketball game so well. They've hooked up in the Eastern Conference Finals the last 2 seasons. Let's take a look. Scottie Pippen, who had the migraine headache in Game 7 last year in the Eastern Finals, but what an athlete he is, and becoming a very, very good basketball player, too. One of the Chicago forwards. You like Horace Grant better and better each and every season. In his 4th year now from Clemson at the other forward spot. Bill Cartwright's been playing better lately. 7-1.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
from San Francisco. In the backcourt for Chicago. Number 23 himself. Michael Jordan, now in his 7th season out of North Carolina. Still playing with very young legs. And Notre Dame sharpshooter John Paxson, in his 8th year out of ND. Along with him in the backcourt for Phil Jackson. For the Pistons, who are trying to get it moving in the other direction, Dennis Rodman, who had 7 offensive rebounds last night in Milwaukee, at one forward. Jimmy Edwards at the other forward. In the middle for the Pistons is Bill Laimbeer. And in the backcourt for the Pistons tonight, Joe Dumars and Isaiah. Chuck Daly, very, very intense as he was here this afternoon getting ready for this one. wants desperately to get him going. We'll be back with the keys to winning tonight, according to Coach Dick Carter in a moment on the World Champion Pistons Television Network. Oh, there's a lot of noise here in this building tonight, Dick Carter. Michael Jordan and the Bulls are in. The Pistons want to get it going the other way. What do they have to do to win it?
Well, I think there's some very important keys. Obviously, you've got to ground Air Jordan. You cannot let him go off. You can't let him shoot up around that 57, 58% that he's been doing all year long. You got to take him down under 50% with his shooting. The Pistons must improve their shooting percentage. They're just not shooting up near that 50% that Coach Daly would like to see him at. You can do that by getting second shots. You can do it by getting good runouts, which they did early last night against Milwaukee, and you can do it by having better execution. The bench is going to have to perform better. And the bench statistic isn't always how many points your bench scores, but it's whether the bench can win the battle when they're out on the floor. Last night against Milwaukee, the bench gave away a good lead in the beginning of the second quarter. And they also started the downfall of the Pistons in the last 10 minutes of the ball game. The bench must play better.
So overall, we're looking at taking care of Michael Jordan, shooting better, and getting a little more oomph off the bench. There's Air Jordan himself. The Pistons lead the all-time series 81-62. Last season, the Pistons won 4 out of 5. Hugh Evans, Jim Clark, and Derek Stafford, the officials, and Chicago wins the tap. Dumars has Michael Jordan as his responsibility. Lambeer checking Cartwright in the post. Mr. Bill, Walker Lane fades away. No, rebound Rodman. Pistons try and push it up. Chicago runs back well. Isaiah gives to Worm, gets it back, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Dennis.
Pistons advanced the ball down the court very well that time and had something just about to develop there when Dennis got called for the offensive foul.
Last night against the Heat, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen went wild. The other guys struggled. Michael has it slapped away, nearly swiped. Dumars lost it out of bounds. In fact, Michael was 14 for 22 at 36 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, 6 steals, and 2 blocks. Here, Joe Dumars nearly swiped one from him.
Joe did a good job to get a hand on that ball before Michael could rise up and jump above him.
Pippen to Grant. With the 21st century goggles. Jordan long gun. It goes.
That time Joe was isolated up top where the Pistons really couldn't give any help, any support to Joe.
Isaiah got a Rodman screen. Gets another now. The switch, the bounce inside the Worm. Pippen over to help, and Chicago will be caught in zone. First warning. Phil Jackson has his team on a 3-game win streak. Chuck Daly's lost 3 straight. Patient Piston team now. Isaiah looking for an opening. 3 seconds. And they're going to throw it away. Gets behind the timeline, over and back, so the Pistons turn it over.
Good solid half-court defense that time by the Bulls. The Pistons are going to have to get some runouts to get a few easy ones to get on track.
Pistons have not lost a season series to Chicago since back in '81. Michael Jordan from away knocks it down.
Well, you don't like to see Michael balance up and hit those outside shots because he's so tough putting it on the floor as you go to close out the outside shot.
Pistons trailing by 4. They've yet to score. Dumars runs off the screen, gets free in the corner, but a foul. Cartwright. Pistons get a new shot clock. Dumars lets it fly over. He fills it up.
Joe said, what's fair is fair, and he came right back and did to Michael what Michael had done to him.
Paxson lobs to Cartwright. Cartwright jump hooking and hitting. Good looking shot there. It is 6-2 Chicago. Isaiah spinning baseline. Paxson knocks it away, but fouls him.
Isaiah almost passed that ball out to James Edwards, but Michael Jordan jumped in the passing lane at the last minute. Isaiah read that and turned to the basket and got himself to the foul line.
Early going at the Palace. Bulls 6, Pistons 2. Isaiah to shoot 2.
The free throw line was not good to the Pistons last night, and I think back at home that is going to settle.
All nets on those 2 for Isaiah. The Pistons down a deuce. Paxson on the sideline. Now they'll swing it. Cartwright, now Pippen against Rodman. Excellent matchup. Jordan to the foul line extension. Pippen in the corner. The clock's at 7. Nice up fake, but Rodman still gets the shot. How about that?
Oh, incredible play.
He blocks it to Lambier, who finds Joe D. Bulls get back nicely defensively. Isaiah driving Paxson, gets by him. Caught in a crowd, slapped away. It's on the deck. Who's got it? Dennis Rodman, and he's tied up.
Bulls standing there reaching down. Dennis Rodman down on the floor, digging it out.
Scottie Pippen finds out a little bit more about Dennis Rodman every time he tries to score against him.
Well, Dennis left his feet, which is usually a no-no, but he recovered so quickly that he blocked it the second time.
Chicago loves these days to go to Michael Jordan early. They got him out warming up before the game. They try to run it. They haven't been able to do that against the Pistons so far, but they've executed very well, just like that time when Cartwright got it down from in close. 8-4 Chicago. Buddha from the high post buries it. 2-point game again. The Bulls with the lead in the ball. Horace Grant with the goggles. Over the masked man. Bill Lambier misses to Billy. Isaiah in transition. From the top. It drops.
Chicago ran back very well that time, but they didn't close out, and Isaiah was able to pull up and hit that shot.
We're even at 8. 8 and 10 now. Left here in the first. Pippen gets Lambier on him on a switch. They clear it. Isaiah helps. Pippen driving, scooping, missing to Rodman. Great bounce by Isaiah to Edwards. He hooks on the run. He hits, but they're going to take it away. An offensive foul.
That time the Pistons had a classic 3-on-2 break, but when the ball went to the wing to James Edwards, he put it on the floor and took it into the middle lane, and Paxson did establish position. He'd have been better off just kissing the ball back to Isaiah and letting Isaiah redistribute it.
Well, Paxson planted himself.
Not easy to do with James Edwards coming down on you.
He's been a very, very sound player for them. Great complimentary player to Michael. Jordan spins, foul line, elevates, guns it goes. He's on fire early. 3 out of 3. 10-8 Bulls. Joe D at the top of the key. Edwards screens. Now the bounce on the screen roll to Buddha. Baseline gunning no. Lambier keeps it alive, stings it back, scores it off the high glass.
Bill Lambier used his bulk to reach up and get that very important offensive rebound.
10-10. At the Palace, we played 5 in the first. On the switch, Pippen has Edwards. Rodman on Cartwright inside. Pippen, foul line gunning. It doesn't go. He'll get it back from the dotted line. The push, short. Bill Lambier's outlet slapped out of bounds by Pippen. Good play. Timeout here. 6:43 left in the first. 10-10, the Pistons and Bulls at the Palace on the world champion Pistons television network. After last weekend's big Grand Slam Cup final win, you don't want to miss Pete Sampras at the Chrysler Plymouth Kings of Tennis Classic at the Palace Monday, February 25th. We call him now that $2 million man. Isaiah driving, scooping in the lane, and scoring. A circus shot by Isaiah.
Tough shot going into 3 or 4 hands up in the air. Isaiah finished off the play very well.
And the Pistons have the lead. First time tonight. Michael Jordan against Dumars. Baseline, pull up, got it. 4 out of 4. 12-12.
Joe's played him well, but Michael's just pulled up each time and shooting the ball so well from distance.
Isaiah's moving inside. Pippen blocks it to Grant. Paxson to Jordan. Well, right now it goes to Michael. The bounce to Cartwright. Tapped away by Edwards. Very good physical play by Buddha against Cartwright there. Isaiah took it in once too often on the other end.
He got away with it the time before, but this time he opened up the ball to Scottie Pippen, and Scottie had a good block.
Back to Jordan. Shot clock reads 6. I don't think Grant knows it. Paxson finds Pippen, clock at 3. Baseline gun goes. Pippen's first make on his 5th drive. Dumars free at the top. He gets it to drop. Goes 2 out of 2. We're tied at 14. Paxson with a long gun. Long before that, though, an Isaiah Thomas foul.
Isaiah and Michael got tangled up as Michael cut to the basket that time. The foul usually goes against the defensive player.
Chuck Daly saying to Hugh Evans, what about the first foul? Jordan downtown, knocks it down, almost a triple. He's 5 for 5. I don't think he's hit the rim yet. 16-14 Chicago. Jimmy Edwards from the baseline. Bangs away to Jordan. Michael Jordan beating Grant. Dotted line. He knocks it down.
Michael did a good job of feeding the ball in that time to Grant. He got it in too tight to the basket. It's tough to defend when you catch the ball only 6 or 7 feet away.
18-14. Isaiah will drive Paxson. Jordan over to help. And they'll knock it out of bounds off Isaiah. Bulls rolling now. Leading by 4. Bounce inside. Good defensive play. Bill Lampier hit the deck on Hustle. Isaiah feeding Rodman. Grant blocked the shot.
With a nice fast break, and Dennis looked like he was going to be able to go up and get a clear shot at the basket, but in the last minute, came back and got help, and they did get a hand on the ball. I think it was a clean block.
Then he checks in. Gets it to Dumars, and Joe D is fouled on the baseline. He's also fouled on the arm. But he was not heading for the hole. That's the 13th foul in the Bulls. The Pistons have 1.
Number 2, Dennis Hobson.
Dennis Hobson, fired from New Jersey for John Paxson, who gets the rest. Sally into the Pistons now for Edwards. A rainbow by Joe D goes over Hobson. He's 3 out of 3.
Both teams shooting the ball very well on the outside.
What a matchup at the off-guard spot. No misses. Cartwright. Wheels dotted line. He hits it. Chicago by 4.
Again, Cartwright got the ball too close to the basket, and you cannot defend if it goes in there that easily.
Dumars gets the switch. Fires from outside and hits another. Go 4 for 4. Jordan backing him down, and offensive foul called on Michael.
Joe came back and did it at both ends of the floor that time because he got his chest in front of Michael Jordan and took the offensive foul. Jimmy Clark, the official, was right on top of the play, did not hesitate to make the call.
Michael pushed him down with the off arm. Final 3 of the first. Dumars trapped. Gives to Sally. Now Rodman driving off the glass. No, Bill Lambier's tap won't go. Outside it goes to Pippen. Bulls by 2 and they have it. Michael Jordan beating Grant. It's a blitz to Rodman.
Dennis Rodman made a great play that last time down offensively. He just did not finish it off. He was wide open, had a path to basket, and did not make his layup.
Dumars from behind the foul line. His first miss. Grant with a rebound. Michael Jordan hasn't missed in 5 tries. Pippen. This is another. And Beal to Dumars to Sally. Fence for Jordan, but he laid it up too hard. Timeout here, 1:56 left in the first. Bulls 20, the Pistons 18. This is the world champion Pistons television network. At the end of our game, we'll name the defensive player of the game, brought to you by Health Alliance Plan. Health Alliance Plan, your health deserves the best. Pistons have outvoted them 9-5. Broncos outshot the Pistons 56%, 47%. Final 2 of the first. Cartwright, low post. Hooking off the glass, no. Lambier had it slapped away by Pippen, got it back. We'll give it to Vinny. Billy with 7 rebounds.
Bill very strong under the boards in the early going. He's the rebounder for the Pistons.
Dumars looking for a Sally screen, gets it out. Jordan, guns it goes.
Michael Jordan slid behind that solid screen, and Joe did what he should do. He pulled up and took the outside shot that Michael gave him.
Go 5 out of 6. Pippen to Green. Hand off to Hobson. 5 on the clock. And he travels. Final minute, first quarter, we're 20-20. Dumars from downtown misses the triple. Sally with the board. Out to VJ. He got it. Now he's short. Pippen nearly had a swipe by Vinny and by Sally, but he still has it. Transition to Hobson, and Beer blocks. Vinny to Aguirre.
Good defense by Bill Lambert to take away that easy bucket for Chicago.
Mark on for Devin. Hits it baseline, takes it to the hole and hits it.
It's good to see a layup go in for the Pistons. They've had some great opportunities going at the basket. That's the first one that dropped in real easy.
They scored 6 straight. Our statisticians, Joe Abramson and Barry Smades. Our stage manager, America's Best, Jack Zagrodzki. Final 5 of the first. Cartwright with the baseline gun. It doesn't go. Pippen's tap doesn't either, and the horn sounds. It's the Pistons by 2 after 1, 22-20. This is the world champion Pistons television network. Thursday night, Marge Simpson is outraged by the violence on TV cartoons and goes on a crusade. Then the Babes apartment building is falling to pieces, and Charlene organizes a rent strike. The Simpsons at 8, Babes at 8:30 tomorrow night on Fox 50. See the difference. There was a marriage proposal on the Palace, up on Palace Vision. Rob Fresley proposed to Marissa. Is she going to take the diamond? I guess so.
I was afraid she wasn't going to say yes.
Hit the jewelry, my dear. Dumars against Jordan. What a first quarter they had. Pass in the post, it's Aguirre, fouled by Pippen. Pistons shot 48%, the Chicago's 45, outboarded them 13-7. Turned it 4 times to 3. Buda with a hook on the run, he hit it. Edwards, Aguirre, Sally, Dumars, and Vinny start the second. Dumars 5 for 7 in the first quarter. Michael Jordan 5 for 5. In the battle of the off guard. Stacey King in the game. Inside on Aguirre, turning the left hand side, won't go to Sally. They also have Will Perdue on the floor.
We're now getting the battle of the benches, but we notice Michael Jordan and Joe Dumars, the 2 hot hands, are still out there.
Wire behind the foul line for the gun. It doesn't go. Sally keeps it alive, but Stacey King has it. Jordan with it. Pippen with an up fake. Aguirre didn't buy it. Batted it away. Jordan's got it. Clock at 8. Elevating foul line. Gunning it goes. That was the toughest shot so far.
Jimmy Edwards had him. Mark Aguirre ran at him. He went by both of those, double clutch, and put it in from distance.
24-22. Edwards. Top side gun. It goes.
Nice play by Joe Dumars, who saw Jimmy all alone up top. Got it to him right on the money.
Pistons by 4. Edwards with 6. Chicago wants a 22nd timeout. They'll take the 22nd timeout with 10 and 19 here left in the half. It's 26-22. The Judd's Farewell Tour, featuring special guests Garth Brooks, Pirates of the Mississippi, and Ronnie McDowell, appears here at the Palace Friday, February 1st at 7:30. Tickets on sale now at the Palace box office and all Ticketmaster outlets. A big one, the Judd's Farewell Tour. Sorry to hear that Ernie Harwell's Farewell Tour will be next summer. He will always be the voice of summer as far as I'm concerned. That one's very hard to figure. Paxson missing foul line. Sally with a foul.
I like to see that one again because the call was made by an official who was pretty far away from the action. Let's see if Jimmy Edwards, yes, he did.
Cliff Livingston checks in for Chicago.
Jimmy hooked him with his arm.
Pistons come the other way. Post against Livingston. Edwards coming down the lane. Got the pass, missed the jam, but he drew the foul before heading to the 5th row.
Great basket cut by Jimmy Edwards. Mark Aguirre working, wheeling and dealing, and Will Perdue comes over to double team. Jimmy Edwards sees a path to the basket and makes a great cut.
From the slam cam, let's take a look at an obvious foul.
Jimmy took it in there where there wasn't going to be any doubt about that one. Very, very strong.
Perdue missed those 4 in the 4th at the stripe last night, made the first, walked away from the line. Just the next, Sally taps, out of bounds, Chicago.
When you miss 3 or 4 like that, you certainly think about it. You can see Jimmy shaking his head when he missed the second one there. It's a mental game on that foul line.
Hobson. Off the iron, over the glass, out of bounds. Boy, he came to the league with such a big rep as a shooter. Christmas coming up, you know. Some last-minute shopping. How about Chuck Daly's book? We'll talk to him about it at the half on Fast Break for Dunham. Edwards trying to hook. He's hit and fouled.
The old Piston, Cliff Livingston, is a very good defender away from the basketball. Saw Jimmy curling to the basket for his hook shot, and Cliff came over there real quick, but committed the foul. Speaking with Coach Jackson before the game and John Bach, they're very pleased with Cliff. They're saying Cliff is having a little trouble adjusting to their system, which is a little more complex than the systems that Cliff has been involved in before. But he's going to help him with his toughness, quickness. He's a battler. He can defend people. Plays better against good teams, against the strong teams, than he does against the weak teams.
By the way, Cartwright for Purdue for the Bulls, along with Livingston, King, Hobson, and guess who? Michael Jordan. He and Dumars still in the game. Jay Humphries played 48 last night in Milwaukee, scored 36. Tired or not, he did it down the stretch too, Dick.
Yes, he certainly did.
King hooks, misses. Two Bulls hit the deck, and the Pistons will get the foul. Jimmy Edwards called for the takedown. His second. Michael Jordan, 6 out of 6. The rest of the Bulls struggling, 5 for 22. Last night, Pippen helped him. This time, nobody else is. They changed the foul. It's on Aguirre. Ball inside. Cartwright blocked by Sally. Pulled off Livingston. Blocked again by Sally.
Great play by John Sally to get it back.
Spectacular. Spider Sally blocks. He's Edwards. He's bumped off the post by Cartwright. Hit it anyway. Pound it. And he is fouled.
John Sally is a very quick jumper, a very quick defender. He goes up, blocks it one time. Ball goes up again, and there he is. Comes back a second time. A great athletic basketball play by John Sally.
On the other end, Buddha with the hoop and the foul and a timeout, Chicago. 8:28 left in the half. The Pistons by 9 on the world champion Pistons television network. Special nights at the Palace, December 21st against Atlanta. The Free Press Championship book from British Airways. The 29th against Akeem and the Rockets. Thermos night from Hamilton Products. January 11th against Portland team. Poster night from Oil Chem. Jimmy Edwards got the lob from Vinny and stayed with it, didn't he, Dick?
Yeah, he fell away from the basket, but he followed through with his hand, and that compensates for his falling away. Follow through is so important to shooters.
He missed the free throw, but chased down the rebound. Pistons lead by 9. They've scored 7 straight points. Edwards with a rub out for Vinny. On the weave, it goes to Dumars. He'll get the Edwards screen. Try it from the top. It's short. Jordan elevates and pulls it down. Played 4 in the second. Pistons by 9. Chicago scored just 2 points in 4 minutes. Livingston misses to Vinny. EJ now looking against Craig Hodges. Dumars, the blind dish from the baseline, one inside out, but nobody was home on the wing. It's out of bounds.
Joe came off on the Detroit's motion play and was wide open at first, but Michael Jordan was so quick he closed out and took away the outside shot, and then as the penetration occurred, the ball was thrown away. Michael's recovery was just amazing on that play. His quickness.
Isaiah will replace Joe in just a moment. Hodges to Livingston. Cliff against Aguirre. On the wing now to Hodges. Mid post to Cartwright. Spinning inside. Jimmy Edwards got some of the basketball. Both players go down. Buddha may be hurt. Now he's getting up. He's all right. Second foul, though, on James. So far, Michael Jordan 6 for 6. Dumars staying with him 5 out of 8. Pistons have outboarded him 17-11. Bill Lambier checking back in for Edwards.
So far, the Pistons are not grounding here Jordan, but they're shooting the ball better, and their bench is playing well right now.
Edwards with 11. Jordan guns again, gets it again. He is still perfect on the night. Now he's 7 out of 7. Chicago's within 7, and they stopped a 7-0 run. It's a while. Isaiah to Vinny. DJ on the dribble. Spins over Cartwright and Jordan, no. And we're going to get a Bill Lambier loose ball foul.
Bill went in and tried to use his body on the offensive board and did not really shove as much with his hands as with his body, but the official was there and saw it.
Michael Jordan with 3 rebounds and 3 assists to go with those 14 points. Then he nearly swiped it from him. Grant gives it back to Michael. From the elbow, he hits another.
That time, Mark Aguirre came over to help Vinnie Johnson out and got a pretty good hand up, but Michael stayed right with his shot.
31-26 Pistons. Bill Lambier got a block by Grant to Livingston. Outlet to Hodges. Hodges' shot won't drop. Cartwright to the offensive board and the stick back. He scores it, don't count it. Jim Clark with the whistle.
Bill Lambier stood right in there and had his hands up in the air and stood straight and tall and didn't move and got shoved. Official made the right call.
Cartwright's offensive foul.
Bill Lambier is a frustrating player for opponents and a coach's delight when you see him out there standing in and taking those bumps.
Rookie Scott Williams out of North Carolina. At 6'10". In for Cartwright, who now has 3 personals. Halfway through the second, Pistons 31, Bulls 26. Aguirre inside, 2-time. Livingston hits the deck. He's all right.
Nice play by Isaiah Thomas getting that ball into Mark, and Mark went right at the hole. Chicago came with good help, but they were just a step slow getting there. The ball goes in, Mark has position. By the time help gets there, the ball's out of Mark's hands, and he has to get fouled.
Livingston's foul gets Mark a pair. Gene Safransky at the game tonight. Wants to say hello to her brother Bob back in Kalamazoo, who couldn't make it. Merry Christmas to him from the Safransky or Safransky family from Kalamazoo. Mark Aguirre makes 2. Making some Piston fans happy. It's 33-26. Jordan against Vinny. Hodges from downtown. It'll be short. Grant taps it. Off the Pistons, it'll belong to the Bulls.
Piston defense has been outstanding. If you took away a few of Michael Jordan's outside shots, it would be suffocating because they're working very hard on the other Bulls.
Pistons have outboarded them off the bench by 5, 7-2. There was keys to winning from Dick Carter was what a good bench performance. Hodges trying for 3. Go through. Aguirre lost the rebound. He thought Livingston shoved him. Hugh Evans didn't think so.
Cliff Livingston's a very fine offensive rebounder, and Piston fans will remember how he worked the offensive boards very, very well. He did at that time.
Hodges to Jordan. Michael to the baseline against Vinny, and to Aguirre for some help. Foul on VJ. We got some body on him on the way to the baseline.
You don't like to put Michael Jordan on the line too often, but when he's on a tear like this, you almost got to go at him a little bit and make it a little more physical. Try to get him out of that rhythm that's not led to any misses at all.
Now he has a free throw. Doesn't miss there either. Eight for 8 and 2 for 2 of Michael Jordan. Chicago on a 6-2 spurt, and they pulled it within 5. It's 33-28. Aguirre against Livingston. And go to the top side gun. He got it.
Mark Aguirre drew the double team, and Bill Lambier spotted up. Mark got it right to him. Good execution.
Pistons by 7. Jordan to Hodges. Now Grant. Give for Livingston. The clock's inside 10. Cook for the foul line gun. It's Wild. Grant with a stick back. Swatted away by Sally. Jordan picks it up to outside, trying for three. There's his first miss. Sally taps it to Isaiah. Here come the Pistons.
Nice
Good
play.
shovel inside the John. A half hook. No. Rebound. Vinny. Back up. In and out. Basket's got a lid on it. Jordan short with it. Grant missed the tap. Another Piston break. Isaiah gets Hodges to the hoop. He hits it.
Good fast breaks both of the last two times down the floor. The first time they missed the easy shot and missed the second shot. That time Isaiah got a good tough layup down.
Pistons 37, the Bulls 28. 3 and 48 left in the half. Michael Jordan short with it. He's missed 3 straight. Aguirre to Isaiah. Pistons will play half court. Then he breaks inside, lays it up, lays it in.
That's one of those baskets you get if you always run the ball down the court. They didn't get it on the primary break, but they got it on the secondary break. The Bulls were slow picking up.
Overall, the Pistons on a 15-6 run. And Livingston and Vinnie Johnson are having a conversation in front of the Chicago bench. Timeout. 3 and 19 left in the half. Pistons 39, Chicago 28. This is the world champion Pistons television network. Tomorrow, a great comedy lineup, starting with Howard Hessman and head of the class at 5, Facts of Life, then Growing Pains at 6, followed by Family Ties, then a full hour of Who's the Boss. That's 3 hours of comedy, weekdays on Fox 50. Joe Dumars back on for VJ. Apparently got a pop in the mouth from Livingston. Pippen from outside. It pops out. Isaiah's got it. Rodman's returned. Worman, Aguirre, and Bill Laimbeer up front. Here's a steal in the paint by Livingston. Pippen stops and go to the baseline, and he gets it down over Mark Aguirre. (39-30), Pistons lead them. B.J. Armstrong's in the game. Bulls have played everybody. Isaiah to the baseline, top side Laimbeer. Himself missed it. Out of bounds, off Chicago.
Bill Laimbeer set a very fine screen for Isaiah, and Isaiah got the ball all the way back out to Bill for a good shot. It just didn't go down.
Dumars from the corner. Long gunning it goes.
Good execution on that end out of bounds play to get Joe wide open in the corner.
Joe D, 6 out of 9. Pippen got caught in the air. Threw it to nobody.
Strange time for Chicago to have Michael Jordan out of the ball game, because halftime coming up in 2 minutes. You normally would get him out earlier and get him back in here because he's got a halftime to rest.
2:05 left in the half. Interesting observation, Coach. Pistons by 11, and they have it. Lob to Aguirre. Bounce back to Laimbeer. They try from the top. 3 on the clock. Doesn't drop. Drops the step. Don't either. Rebound Pippen. B.J. Armstrong with the rainbow. Grant gives it back to B.J. Tries again. Misses again. Pistons on the run. Isaiah with a pull-up gun. Short. Pippen lost it out of bounds. Good bounce to Brendan Suhr. Let's check the scoreboard. Boston up on Philly big in Boston, second quarter. Knicks lead the Heat. Indiana over Washington. Clippers leading in New Jersey. And Cleveland leads the Lakers in the second at Richfield, 38-37. Dumars misses from the wing to B.J. Armstrong.
Both teams missing. Now this is a chance for the Pistons to put a little bit to their lead. Without Michael Jordan in the ball game, the ball not going in for the Bulls.
Horace Grant just got an offensive foul and a technical foul. He better stay away from Jim Clark. What happened? Well, he decided to try and post up Dennis Rodman and cleared him away.
Dennis Rodman can frustrate you. He's a great defender down in that poster. He just does not back down. And Horace said, hey, I'm going to get him off my back, and the official saw it. Made the call.
Dumars makes the tech, and the Pistons get the ball, leading by 12.
Michael Jordan's not hurt, is he, George? Maybe he got taken out because he missed 2 shots in a row.
Oh, he looks fine. Actually, he missed 3, but that's still no reason to take him out. He played it all the time up until then, however. Isaiah lost it. Now he'll give it to Aguirre. Clock at 9. Turnaround gun. Goes for Mark Aguirre.
Piston bench is playing well. Mark Aguirre, John Sally played very strongly when he was out there. Vinnie Johnson was strong.
20-8. That's the Piston run. Williams pulls his way to the hole. Misfires after getting away with a charge. Dumars inside. Great reverse scoop. Off the window. Pistons by 16. Pippen with a miss. Out of bounds. It belongs to Detroit.
Good. That's great looking fast break. Made possible by Mark Aguirre pushing the ball ahead, and then Joe finished it off very, very well.
That is one spectacular shot. Only Minnesota Fats can make one with an angle like that.
Well, the Pistons look good running tonight. They're getting a lot out of their break.
Ten to play in the half. Dumars will drive again. Get it knocked away. Isaiah's got it. 3 seconds left. He guns it. Doesn't go. Clock ran out. And the Bulls don't get the shot up before the horn. Pistons took them apart pretty good in the first half, despite some great play from Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had 18. He was 8 for 11, but Chuck Daly's Pistons lead it 46-30. Don't forget, these two got engaged. Pistons 46 and the Chicago Bulls 30 here at the half at the Palace. George Blaha along with Dick Harder. And Dick, you can't ask for much more from the Pistons in the first half. They know about playing 48 minutes though tonight, I'm sure.
That's always the key, but their fast break was good. Their defense was good. Their bench played very solidly, and they moved the ball well. They shot the ball better.
Makes a coach like Chuck Daly, I'm sure, feel a lot better. Chuck Daly and the trials and tribulations of an NBA coach will be highlighted at the half here. We'll talk about his book, Daily Life, in a moment on the World Champion Pistons Television Network. The Pistons lead the Bulls here at the Palace by 16 at the intermission, 46-30. And it's time now for Fast Break, brought to you by Dunham's, the complete sports outfitter. Tonight on Fast Break, a chat with Chuck Daly about a pretty fair Christmas gift, I'd say. His book, Daily Life.
When you're unwrapping the Christmas presents from under the tree, seems every year sweaters and books are very popular. Well, I'm going to tell you something. This is a heck of a book. It ought to be very popular this Christmas. And besides, it's probably the only book cover that George Blaha will ever get on. The other recognizable guy there, along with the handsome coach Chuck Daly. And not only that, it's a very interesting book about a very interesting guy. And I would imagine, Chuck, that it was kind of fun to put together, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was kind of tedious, but Joe Falls basically made it happen. I might add that in looking at this book, when you see George's cover, it doesn't matter that we make any money. We got enough money from his mother. We never have to work again in terms of getting him on the cover of a book. But, yeah, it was, in a lot of ways, it was kind of a fun book. But there's some work involved, and you learn a lot about yourself and a lot about the book business when you get involved in something like this.
I learned a lot about you reading the book. I think Everybody probably wondered, how's a guy become one of the best high-fashion dressers in the nation when he's from Kane, PA? But that started with your dad, didn't it?
Yeah, my father was quite a dresser. There's a picture of him in there, and he's got his vest on and his hat. And I had a teacher, a coach, a guy by the name of Stuart Edwards, who was a great dresser. But I think that's something innate. It's kind of a fun thing I like to do. It keeps you from getting bored to death on the road when you walk around and look at stores. You can only look at so many tapes and eat in so many restaurants. So the dressing is a fun thing. And, of course, Cousins has helped.
You know, Chuck, your mom and your dad and your brother were featured very prominently here. You went into some personal things, some great reminiscing about younger days and how close you were to the family. How difficult was that to do? I thought about that when I was reading it. How emotional was that?
Not really that bad because, you know, it's something that has happened in the course of your life. And when you do a book like this, Joe would show up about every other day, and we'd tape segments. Now, a lot of material obviously didn't get in there because there's only so much you can put in. But, you know, it's a form of talking about your family. It's a love situation. Both my parents, of course, have gone now. But, you know, you look at it in a different light after it happens, after the years go by, and you realize how much they meant to you, what they had to do with forming your life. And, but good people.
Always wanted to be involved in athletics, obviously. You can tell that when you read Daily Life. And we'll get along with the basketball portion of the book after this from Dumars. It wasn't easy from a small-town basketball player to small-town coach to make it all the way to the coach of the now two-time defending champs, Chuck. Is that maybe the thing that stands out most in the book?
I like to think that. I did a small video for the NBA, and I talked about the fact that, you know, if I can do it, anybody can do it. But the bottom line is that you start out as a very small high school with no notoriety, no one knows who you are, and work yourself up through the ranks. It just shows what you can do, no matter what line of work you're in. It doesn't have to be coaching. It might be broadcasting, might want to be a lawyer or a doctor, but the work ethic and the determination and the willingness to stay with it. I have a strong feeling about the fact that a lot of professions weed themselves out. People say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a fireman, I want to be an engineer, but they quit along the way. If you really want it, you can work for it, and anybody can do it, if I did it, for sure.
He sure did it. Hey, what's the thing that people seem to like best about the book?
I don't know if there is any one thing, but I'll tell you what happens. One person will come up and say, gee, I love the part about your autobiography and your hometown. And someone else will come up and say, gee, I like the diary part because I didn't understand what went on in the game aspects on a day-to-day basis. And that's what we did during all of the playoffs. It became in a diary form. And then some people just like general philosophies that you develop in the coaching. So it has interest for a lot of people. And well, we're getting great interest around the area from bookstores and people coming in. I've done some signing at Hudson's and went to book people, went to Borden's. And people come in and they, you know, as a Christmas gift, particularly I've left some that are signed in a lot of those stores. They pick it up as a Christmas gift. A lot of people seem to like it.
They're available in most every bookstore in the area?
I would say just about every bookstore in the area.
World-class cover, great book.
That's Fast Break for Dunhams, all about Chuck Daly's book, Daily Life. This is the World Champion Pistons Television Network. Pistons lead by 16 here at the half. The second quarter certainly to the Chicago Bulls in. They only shot 14% in the second quarter. 4 for 28. That's when Michael Jordan missed his 3 shots. Overall in the first half, the Bulls shot just 29%, Dick.
Piston defense was very, very good, but the Bulls can talk all they want about wanting to get everyone involved, but that half they got all 12 players out there on the floor, and they only got 12 points from their whole team other than what they got out of Michael Jordan, so they've got to pick it up.
Jordan with 18, Cartwright 6, Pippen 4, Grant 2. That's the 12, folks. Cartwright with 3 fouls. For the Pistons, Joe Dumars with 15, Edwards 11, Isaiah with 8, Mark McGuire had 6. And the second half comes up in just a moment on the World Champion Pistons Television Network. At the half, the Pistons lead by 16. Isaiah, by the way, had 5 assists in the first half. And by doing that, he's taken over the 3rd spot on the NBA's all-time career assist list. He next has to get by Lenny Wilkins, and he did that tonight, by the way. Trails now only Oscar Robertson and Magic.
Lenny was a good guy to go by. Good player.
Michael Jordan and the Bulls against the Pistons here at the Palace. Bill Laimbeer beating Edwards. Edwards with a high post gun. It doesn't go, but a whistle. This was the Bulls' second worst half of all time. They had scored 28 points in a half 3 different times. They only have 30 as we start the second half. By the way, they scored 28 against the Pistons twice in '73 and in '74, and against Phoenix in '75.
Piston defense had a lot to do with that 20.
Jimmy Edwards missed 2. Starters back on the floor. Michael Jordan wants to feed Grant against Laimbeer, doesn't though. Pippen gets it topside. Catch in the lane by Cartwright. Leaning gun, no. Rebound, Rodman. Dennis whips it to Buda. A hand back to Worm, and now Isaiah on the sideline. Great feed, cross-court Laimbeer. He got it.
They're getting that ball down the court. They don't get the first shot right away, but they found Bill in the transition game before Chicago got set up defensively.
Pistons by 18. Paxson to Pippen. Scottie Pippen lost the dribble. Pocket 4. So why not give it to Jordan? He bails him out with a long gun.
Starts out just like he did in the beginning of the ball game, bouncing up so well from outside. He looks much more confident. That's possible for such a great player.
Hit his first 8, missed 3, and now he starts the second with a make. 48-32. Pistons with the lead in the ball. Second minute, third quarter at the Palace. Isaiah with an avenue to the hole. He'll close it off. He'll dump it to Dumars. The rainbow short to Grant. Now Pippen, now Paxson trying for 3. It's through. Paxson wide open for the triple, and he drilled it. Here comes Joe Dumars. We look down on him at the Palace. Pistons by 13. Joe D off to the wing. Laimbeer bouncing to Isaiah. Here's the leaning scoop. He scores. 50-35. Isaiah in double digits. Paxson to Jordan. The tripping gun over Joe won't go. Laimbeer pulls it off. Hands to Isaiah. Isaiah 2-time. Whips it inside the Laimbeer. The Glasser is good. Tough shot by Billy. It really was.
And Billy had good hands to catch that ball. Billy does catch the ball very well for a big man. Stayed with it, got it up, got it home.
52-35. Pistons with the lead. Rolls to Paxson on the dribble. Grabbed and fouled. Isaiah got him twice. They'll only call one. Isaiah on the other end went between the legs and then just whipped one to Bill Laimbeer. What a catch it was. Great pass, too.
A little bit out front, but it was sensational the way he saw Bill being open under the basket. Put a lot on that ball.
Paxson missed it.
We haven't seen many misses by our opponents on the foul line. That helps, too. Last night, Milwaukee just did not miss.
Paxson missed 2. Buda with the board. Isaiah to Rodman. Running and cutting off the hot glass. No. Cartwright to Pippen. Michael Jordan shooting nearly 70%. Everybody else just over 15%. Meantime, though, the clock's at 3, and Pippen's got to try for 3. Pistons nearly threw away the outlet. Chuck Daly trying to calm them down. They are wired tonight. Pippen, by the way, 2 out of 12. Isaiah wanted to go to Edwards. Would have leaned the other way. The Bulls come back the other way. Paxson from the corner. Nothing but net.
That time the Pistons were slow coming back after turning the ball over. They did not run back. Paxson found himself with no one within 5 yards of him to hit that three.
Paxson with 2 triples here in the third. 52-38 Pistons. We played 4 in the third. Isaiah now with a rock against Paxson. Sets him up with a dribble. Misses from the wing. Lambier with a rebound. Had it slapped away. Cartwright to Jordan. Michael with a high glasser from the baseline. Fouled on the shot. You can see just a little bit of frustration now on Jordan's face.
The call was slow in coming, and he wanted it right away.
They call it on Jimmy Edwards, his third. He had missed the shot before he was hit in the stomach by James.
I don't know how hard James hit him on that. It always worries you when that official goes over and explains to one of your opponents what happened.
Michael with 22. The trap on Dumars in the backcourt. And it works. Bulls on the baseline. Now they're within 12. Grant got it. Edwards rebound. Isaiah in transition. Flying scoop. No, but Rodman's tap goes and a foul.
There's that fast break where they run the ball down the floor. Isaiah didn't get his down, but Dennis Rodman had a clear path, went up and knocked it down. Pistons look so much better when they're running the ball.
Grant with a foul there, as you see it from the slam cam, his second. Happy birthday to a longtime Piston fan from the Cobo days, Dr. Irving Blau. Or makes, he has 3. All that trip, and the Pistons lead by 5. Jordan and Dumars really bumping inside. Now Michael at the foul line. Has to give it up. Pippen with a clock inside 10. Trapped on the sideline by Rodman as the other. Double up there. Now leans. Airballs it. Cartwright with the shot clock running out. Couldn't hang on. Boy, the worm wrapped him up.
It started out with Joe Dumars and Michael Jordan going at it. Very, very tough, banging and going away, and then it ended up with Dennis Rodman over playing Scott Pippen, not going for any of the fakes, getting out, closing out real well, getting an air ball.
Ever seen a guy look so helpless when he still had his dribble? He hadn't even started.
I wouldn't want to look at Dennis in your face.
2 out of 13 for Pippen. After that one got all air. One in the lane. The glasser's good. The twisting, turning gun gives the Pistons a 17-point lead. 57-40. Stifling defense. Even Jordan's having trouble. They'll drive in, missed the high glasser. Grant lost it, he's fouled. Timeout, 6:35 left in the third. The Pistons by 17. Dennis Rodman picks up his second foul, but it's 57-40 at the Palace on the world champion Pistons television network. Stay tuned right after the game for the TV 50 10 o'clock news. Ray Lane will have highlights. Roger McCoy and Julian Jackson with the local and national news. Gary Bosner brings you tomorrow's weather, too. The TV 50 10 o'clock news, a good hour ahead. Pistons fans whooping it up, including the Brow, Joe Diroff, here at the Palace tonight. A ketchup bottle usually means they can't catch up because they can't cut the mustard. Paxson free for the 3. Won't go through. Bulls shot all right in the first quarter, but they're under 20% in the second and third. The Pistons have been rock steady at 48. Isaiah taking Paxson inside. Lost that one with Pippen running at him to Grant. Threw up an unmakeable shot. Cartwright went to the hoop. A hard Piston foul, and Jim Clark's going to call it flagrant.
Chuck Daly off the bench on that one. Phil Lambert appeared to go for a hard foul, but he went right straight at the basketball.
Michael Jordan. And Cartwright in the post. Willie went for the ball, got that, and then got Cartwright in the chops.
I've seen the replay. Phil did get him as he went for the ball. He went through his face pretty hard.
Hey, if you don't go for the ball at all and get him in the face, you're probably going to be gone. Yeah.
No, I think it's a good basketball play. If you're not going to allow that, everyone's going to score 150 points. It won't be a real game that we have now. I think Bill made a good play there.
We'll talk about that some night on Harder on Hoops. Cartwright split the pair, and Grant gets one down foul line. Now it's 57-43.
In defense of Bill Cartwright, too, George. I mean, he's a tough guy. He's a man also. And he's going to give some hard fouls also. You didn't see him complain about it. He just keeps playing.
5:40 left here in the third. And as the Pistons set up offensively, Jimmy Edwards will get an offensive foul. Are we banging out here tonight?
The danger of banging at a point like this is that the Pistons have control of the game. You don't want to rile up the Chicago team. They're not playing real well. Let's not get them off what they've been doing.
You can make somebody very emotional. You're absolutely right. 57-43 Pistons Bulls ball. Cartwright now really wants it in the post. Firing over Lamb. Doesn't get it. Sally, who's on for Edwards with a rebound. Foul on James was his fourth. 5:15 left in the third. 57-43 Pistons. Dumars rocking Jordan with the dribble. Gets a Rodman screen. Michael's through it though. Throw on the dribble. Now the dish to Isaiah. Short. Sally. Blocked by Grant. Spider gets it back. Gets out of the lane. And the Pistons will set up. Pocket 12. Pippen trying to steal. He does. He's on the floor and tied up.
Pistons got a little bit out of kilter there. They went and got the ball back on the board, but they're not running as efficiently as they were back in the first half.
Phil Jackson with John Bach at his side over there on the Bulls bench. Tex Winters on the other side. A lot of basketball knowledge there. Pistons call for the violation on the jump. John Sally got Grant in the air, and Grant didn't have to pay for it. He got the basketball. Pippen, the leaning passer. No. Pistons the other way. Isaiah inside the flying scoop, and he scores and he's fouled.
So many good things have happened when the Pistons have run the ball. That time Isaiah didn't have a numbers advantage, but he had the advantage because he's such a great athlete. He took the ball at the hole.
Jordan helping Paxson fouled him.
Jordan, Michael backed off just a little bit, and Isaiah saw that and said, hey, I'm going to take it home.
59-43. Isaiah looking for 60. Finds it. Cartwright for the Bulls. That's Jordan on the way. Over Dumars. He hits it. Michael with 24. He's 10 for 15. Made his first 8. Sally against Cartwright. Onto the hoop, missed the hook. But that kind of aggressiveness will get you to the foul line.
That's a nice drive. John realized that Bill Cartwright could probably not move with him on that, and he put it out front of him, got right at the hole, and there was no weak side help by the Bulls.
Vinnie Johnson checks in. Isaiah will rest. Cartwright's foul is 4. Sally's miss, tap, but controlled by Paxson. Pippen against Rodman. Now Jordan. Oh, Michael's got it going here.
Well, we're not grounding here Jordan, but we're doing the other things very well. Running the ball well.
With the long gun it goes. You can tell Joe can feel it. He just decided to go ahead and fire it and filled it up.
Joe is neutralizing Michael's performance by shooting so well himself.
63-47 Pistons, 3:04 left in the third. And the Pistons are whistled for an illegal defense. And we'll get a timeout. 2:58 left here in the third. Pistons 63, Chicago 47. This is the world champion Pistons television network. Tickets are on sale now for Rodney Dangerfield and Friends, Saturday, January the 19th at 8 o'clock. And WWF action continues at the Palace. Hulk Hogan against Earthquake and more on December the 27th. And in the manly art of self-defense, there are none better than Thomas Hearns, who's in the crowd tonight. 2:50 here to play in the third. Jordan elevating, gunning, missing, baseline. Rodman rebound.
Joe Dumars played Michael Jordan real well that time. Got a hand right up to Michael's face. Made it a tough shot.
Pistons 63, Bulls 47. Dumars long gunning. It goes. He throws Jordan with a dribble.
Yes, he did. He backed him up and had Michael on his heels, so he did not have a hand up, and Joe put it down.
Pistons by 18. Jordan on the sideline against Dumars. Shot clock 10. Pick and roll back to Cartwright. Daly swats it away. Cartwright gets it back. Clock at 2. Now 1. Air ball. 24-second violation.
John Sally has been outstanding defensively. Really closed out and went up in the air straight instead of trying to come down on the ball. He went up straight, did not get the foul. Clean block.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
65-47. Can the Pistons go up by 20? Vinny with the leaner. It rolled away. Scottie Pippen to Jordan. Michael no looked it to Cartwright for the slam.
Michael Jordan showed his ability, all-around ability that time as he started taking it the hole and found the open man and just made a sound, easy, solid basketball pass.
Going home for the holidays, run a 91 economy through luxury car from your nearest budget location. The Smart Money's on Budget, official sponsor of the Pistons and the Palace. 1:22 left in the third. Sally over Cartwright.
Cartwright remembered the last time John had put it on the floor, so he stayed back off. John read it, hit the jumper.
Bulls ball. Down 18. Paxson feeds Jordan. And Beer helps Dumars. Inside it goes to Grant. John Sally will be called for the foul. And they'll count the hoop. 67-51.
Phil Lambier came hard on a double team on Michael Jordan. The Pistons got good rotation, but when John Sally went up, instead of getting a block, he got a little bit of a foul.
Ron Sally picks up his second. Stacey King on for Cartwright. Congratulations to Ron and Mary Jane Campbell. Ron, the Pistons' chief financial officer, guy we affectionately call Soup. He and MJ had a new baby boy today, 7 pounds, 7 ounces. He hasn't been named yet. I opt for the first name of whoever leads the Pistons in scoring tonight. You could never call him Harry. George Blaha and Dick Carter with the big guy in the truck, Harry Hutt, and the Pistons in full. Great play. Sally down the lane.
Very strong drive that time by John. He put the ball out in front of him, but he also gathered himself and finished off real strongly towards the hole because he went through a lot of traffic.
Grant fouled him his third. Spider on the deck with the drive. Used the high glass. He has 5.
John's showing signs of very good aggressiveness. Puts the ball down very well to his right.
6 points, 7 boards for Spider Sally. Pistons 70. Bulls 52 as they match 3-point plays. B.J. Armstrong beats Jordan. Dumars knocks it away with a foul. Boy, Michael got an awfully good whistle there.
Yeah, it looked like Joe had all ball. Let's take a look here and see what he gets. No, it's ball. Yeah, that's a Michael Jordan call.
You know, you're right, Dick. There are superstar calls, but then there are Michael Jordan calls.
Yeah, I think he's
because he's above that.
I think he's a notch above that, and maybe deservedly so because he plays the game so hard. He's going to pick it up right now. I think he knows that if he doesn't pick up the tempo right now, his team could be out of it.
70-54 after he makes 2. 30 to play in the third. Then he trapped the timeline. Bounces to Rodman. Now Sally. John to the hoop. And another whistle. B.J. Armstrong fouls Spider Sally.
The Pistons have attacked the basket all night long. They've looked down the floor. They've not given Chicago a chance to get into what they would like to do defensively. They've always been back on their heels as they have been attacked over and over by the Pistons.
Pistons fans, if you're interested in attending the first ever in-season Piston Fantasy Camp, call 353-5643 today for information. Chuck Daly unhappy with the missed free throw. But John split the pair. It's 71-54.
Brendan Malone and Brendan Sir calling out the play that Chicago is going to run here for the last shot of the quarter.
Shot clock 7, quarter clock 12. Jordan driving Dumars. He hits it, count it, and a foul.
Well, you can know what the play is. You can all be ready for it, but when you're going against a guy like that, you're not always going to stop it. And that was a great drive by Michael Jordan. As you can see, the Pistons were certainly paying attention. They all were over there to try to help and stop it.
Boy, was in disguise on that drive. Camouflage drive.
The Jordan rules simply said, I think, would be all 5 players on the floor must stop him, the bench must stop him, and all of us must get him stopped. That time, everyone tried and couldn't do it.
Made the free throw, too. Dumars traps it backcourt, goes way up to Rodman. 2 seconds left. He guns. It goes! 73-57. Pistons after 3. Going my way, it certainly is tonight at the Palace. This is the world champion Pistons Television Network. New feature this year, the slam dunk of the game for Nike. We'll pick the most serious slam dunk for Nike, who reminds you to just do it. Dennis Rodman just did it. He beat the buzzer to finish the third and give the Pistons a 73-57 lead as we start the fourth.
was a very alert play at the end of last quarter, looking down the floor, and Dennis did a good job knowing how little time he had on the clock, and he made it.
Starting the fourth, Stacey King got inside and hit a shot and was fouled. 73-59 now. I want to send our sympathies to the Noah Burton family on the passing of Noah's mother. Noah, a good hard-working employee at Palace Television. 73-60 on the free throw make. Vinny inside. Bill Lambier used the glass and got it.
Very nice left-handed shot by Bill Lambier. Good court awareness, knowing where he was. Got it off the glass, got it down.
Pistons by 15. Livingston, Pippen, B.J. Armstrong, King, and Grant for the Bulls, and the Pistons with a steal. Great bounce through a crowd. Dumars to B.J. laying it up and laying it in.
Vinny ran out real hard, and Joe found it.
Chicago wants time. 11 and 11 to play in the game. 77-60. Pistons at the Palace on the world champion Pistons television network. Bulls call a timeout a minute into the fourth. B.J. Armstrong misses. The Pistons boarded. Mark Aguirre in a basketball game with Sally and Lambier and Isaiah and Vinny. Jordan still resting for the Bulls, who trail by 17. B.J. off the screen has Pippen. Bounces to Aguirre against Livingston. Top side Lambier. Three for the gun. He got it.
Good ball movement by the Pistons that time. Found Bill all alone up top.
Pippen got contact in the lane. No call. Saved it. Lost it. Lamb to Vinny.
Nice.
Isaiah.
Good ball movement on the break. They had the numbers. They found the open man. Trailer, the fourth man down the court, Isaiah Thomas got the ball.
8-0 run, says Barry Snage. Biggest lead, says Joe Abramson. 10 to play. 81-60. Isaiah stole. Gives to Vinny. Bill Lambier, long gun to Pippen.
It was a good shot. They had the numbers, and Bill bounced up. He'll make that shot.
9:40 left. B.J. Armstrong drive. Dotted line, gun over Sally. Bill Lambier to Isaiah. Aguirre with a high glasser. Good.
Fast break has been relentless. They're beating Chicago down the floor.
Michael Jordan just got up off the bench, told Phil Jackson he's checking in. Stacey King didn't see Isaiah. Out of bounds. Pistons. And a foul. Pippen.
Good strong play by Isaiah and Vinny running that court very hard.
Michael returns. Have they grounded Air Jordan? Well, he has 31, 6 assists, 4 boards, and a steal. Must remember, he made his first 8 shots. He's been 4 for 10 since then, Dick Carter, so they've tightened it up a little on Air Jordan.
Flight's been delayed after that first 8 for 8 anyway.
Vinny to Lamb. Yes. Pistons by 25. And the Bulls want another timeout. They roar at the Palace. The Pistons have scored 12 straight. 8:49 left. It's 85-60 on the world champion Pistons television network. Bulls basketball. King and Jordan with a 2-man game. And they'll call off the hoop. Stacey King used the off arm to clear some room.
That was a very good call by Jimmy Clark, who had a good angle on it, and Stacey King definitely did. Bill Lambier was standing in there, had good defensive position. Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Isaiah way ahead. Grabbed by B.J. Armstrong.
Piston bench wanting Two and out of bounds.
No breakaway call
That's right.
anymore,
And
so if
there-
it's not flagrant, and that obviously wasn't, he was trying to hang on to
the
it.
first mistake of the Piston bench or any of us tonight, because we're going by last year's rule, but it was a very smart play by Isaiah Thomas. His man was inverted, trying to take away the entry lead, and Isaiah went to the basket. They saw him and got it to him.
Fans here trying to send some messages. Here is one. Interesting T-shirts. Pistons have now scored 14 straight points. Isaiah making 2.
This could set up a very interesting Christmas afternoon when the Pistons visit Chicago.
Boy, Elson. Scott Williams, the North Carolina rookie. Feeds inside of Jordan. Reverse scoop off the high glass. No. Lambier fouled as he pulls down the rebound.
Bill has been a tower of strength under that defensive board. There's been a lot of traffic and banging. He's been there all night long.
Michael Jordan tried an acrobatic shot. He could make those. He didn't make that one. Then Bill Lambier was fouled by Scott Williams. Then he leaped to tap that thing to Lamb. Mark McGuire way outside. Clock at 10. Isaiah lost it. B.J. Armstrong, nice body control, and he hit it. Birmingham brother Rice, an Iowa graduate, scores for Chicago.
Nice ball
Beating Sally. Nice. McGuire up and in. Oh, the Pistons are brilliant tonight.
They are. It's wonderful to see a team that's in sync like they are tonight. They came close last night. Tonight they're getting it all the way.
89-62, 7.5 left. Stacey King knocked it down. They really moved it last time and got McGuire the easy one. Working now against some pressure. Then he doubles, gives to Sally. Spider missed the finger roll. In transition, Jordan. Foul line gunning short. Got his own rebound, though. That's easy for mere mortals. It was simple for him. Isaiah, fouled by B.J. Armstrong. 3 on B.J., 7:02 left. It's 89-66 Pistons. Dennis Rodman, the Spider Salad. Chuck Daly exchanges X Factors. And a look at that great passing a moment ago, Dick.
John made a very nice play. John's been a very aggressive player. He's done a fine job tonight.
Meantime, Vinny's set up Mark McGuire. Mark with a dozen. 91-66. Jordan into help from Rodman. Worm rebounds the miss. Vinny finds Isaiah. The high glasser, no. Lambier stick back, yes.
Good fast break shot by Isaiah. No one blocked out Bill Lambier.
Chicago beats the Pistons back. It's 93-68.
Someone's got to help Bill. Bill made that tap in down there underneath the basket. He could not get back. Someone else had to pick up Stacey King for him.
Lambier by himself. Rodman rebound. We're halfway through the fourth. 93-68. The Pistons battering the Bulls. McGuire on the block, nearly threw it away. Clock at 5. Now 4. All net.
Good clock awareness by Mark McGuire. Knew he had a spot up and was ready to shoot it when he caught it.
B.J. Armstrong with the topside gun. It goes. The Bulls answering. They got to do a lot better than that. It's 96-70. They've won 3 in a row. Pistons, as everybody in town knows, have lost 7 of 8. Isaiah tried to go through the defenders with a pass. B.J. shot is short. Rodman has it.
Nice play.
Oh, Isaiah missed. Rodman tapped it in. Let's check the whistle.
Isaiah down on the floor. Great touch pass to Isaiah.
Livingston with a foul. Michael Jordan sits down. That's the equivalent to waving the white flag. Pistons started the fourth with a 14-0 spurt. Michael Jordan made his first 8, finishes 13 for 22. Bill Laimbeer, great with 16 and 14 boards. Great Piston
Dennis
passing.
Rodman gave it to Mark Aguirre, and Mark touched it off with a real nice pass. Could have been a three-point play. This is the best the Pistons have run the basketball this season. They are really exploding out of the blocks and getting down very, very quick. They're controlling the defensive board, playing good defense, which triggers a break.
98-70. Hodges has it tapped out by Benny. The Pistons continue to be relentless defensively. Hodges now and Armstrong. Livingston, Stacey King, and Scott Williams. Stacey King and Worm pushing in the post. Will Jackson certainly not happy with what's happening here tonight. Scott Williams faces up, misses to Stacey King. Loose ball foul, though. Jim Clark spots it. It's on Livingston. He bear hugged Rodman. Steve Stuckey wanted me to send some special Christmas greetings to his mom and dad, Don and Maxine, and their friends Chris and Jim. And Bev and Paul Bayer and Steve Willis and Fred Gerster drove in this morning from the beautiful city of Petoskey to see the Pistons. William Bedford checks in, replacing Bill Laimbeer. The bear hug by Livingston on Rodman has the Bulls in the penalty. Rodman at the line. Bill Laimbeer sits down. Heck of a night. 16 points, and as we told you, 14 Bill Laimbeer rebounds.
He was a tower of strength under that defensive board all night long.
Will Perdue on for Scott Williams. It's our last one before Christmas. I want to send Christmas greetings to some people who have been so good to me over at the Claymore shops and the Polo shop. People at Park Motors on Woodward near 7 in Detroit. Great folks, too. With Mr. Alan Hughes and the Merchant of Venus. Happy holidays, guys. Worm missed and then made. Four and a half left in the game. Stacey King makes the turn and gun.
Well, Stacey King took the challenge of Dennis Rodman right there, but he really should have backed Dennis down and gone at him rather than falling away. Dennis is a hard guy to shoot it over. But that time, Stacey did.
99-72. Bedford from Rodman. Too high. And a loose ball foul. Mark Aguirre's second. BJ. Missed the fall away. Isaiah checked his options, found Bedford. In and out.
That's two that could have gone for William. He had good balance. That was a good shot.
B.J. Armstrong against Isaiah. With a hoop off the high glass, no.
That was good defense by William Bedford, picking up the driving B.J. Armstrong. Took away a layup.
Dennis Rodman's 11th rebound. Worm no looks to Bedford. He won't miss that one.
William runs the court real well. He went from making the block, got down there real well. Dennis found him.
Benny blocks Hodges. Hodges gets it back to Buries. Pistons against pressure. Rodman lobs to Vinny. To Bedford. Missed the jam this time. Lance Blank checks in for the Pistons. Isaiah sits down. Under 3 to play. Purdue to Dennis Hobson. Purdue's feed. Well, greetings from us to Palace TV employee Scott State in the hospital today with surgery.
Good move to the basket by William Bedford. Got the ball in the low post, and spun, drop step, got at the hole.
Scottie Hastings checks in. Mark Aguirre comes out.
Piston bench did a great job tonight. John Sally blocking shots, Mark Aguirre, Vinny. Got a tremendous lift off the bench.
I think your keys to winning all worked. Jordan was grounded after the strong start.
After the early start, all three did kick in. Because certainly the Pistons, with their fast break, shot the ball better tonight than they had recently.
Michael couldn't do it by himself. Free Rollins checks in for Rodman. William misses 2. Hastings tried to keep it alive, did, but BJ's got it. Driving on blanks, through the foul.
Fouls on number 32, Lance Blanks.
Well, when you're a coach sitting there like Chuck Daly now with a almost a 30-point lead, you'd like to see some of your players that don't get a lot of playing time get a basket or two, get themselves in the flow, and you're wondering how could we struggle to get a win over the last 10 days and tonight come out here and play like this. But certainly Chuck has had his team ready to play tonight, and their fast break was just magnificent.
Well, they look like the two-time defending champs tonight. B.J. Armstrong. Got the fire boy's face, makes and misses. Think how young BJ is going to look when he's our age.
His development is going to be very important, I think, for the future of this full team.
Yeah, I do too. Blanks missed from the corner. Hodges misses from the wing. Hodges misses from the top. Did Hastings get a piece of it? Maybe so. Scott Williams tapped it in.
Nice play by Lance Blanks. Look down the floor instead of looking laterally against pressure.
Pocket 8. Blanks got it blocked by Scott Williams. They don't call this garbage time for nothing. Purdue to the hoop, and he hit it. 101-79. Hastings, no looks into Bedford.
Nice
reverse by Williams.
That was nice ball.
That was not a garbage play at all.
Nice ball movement by the Piston reserves.
Great looking triple by B.J. Armstrong. Blanks fouled by Scott Williams.
Fouls on Scott Williams. It's a second.
A minute left. Pistons 103, Chicago 82. Thomas Cook Travel USA is the world-class travel agency. Paul Salprazioso at Thomas Cook Travel. The number is 323-4318. Get yourself some world-class travel service. Lance Blanks buried them both. Hodges, no look dishing to BJ. Purdue's tap. Yes. Final minute. 105-84. Vinny to Hastings. Scott Williams to Hobson. That's Hodges. Got through Purdue. Armstrong from the corner. Rims away to Purdue. Couldn't stick it back. Tries again. But he traveled.
He passed the ball to himself. Tried to shoot it, slipped out of his hand, he went and caught it. That was one of the few times all night that Chicago has beaten Detroit back down the court.
The Bulls beaten badly tonight. Lance Blanks had it tapped away with 14.7 seconds to play. Pistons playing keep away. Time runs out, and they win it. And the shot clock runs out.
We got a second.
1.6 seconds left.
They were moving the ball. It was nice. They were trying to get a good easy one. They almost had a layup.
There's the horn. It's official. A 105-84. Piston trouncing of the Chicago Bulls. This is the world champion Pistons television network. The Pistons over the Bulls here at the Palace, 105-84. And now it's time for our Nike Slam Dunk, brought to you by Nike. Nike says just do it. William Bedford did just that. Let's take a look. We got 3 angles on this one. Dennis Rodman set William up, didn't he, Dick?
Well, the Pistons were so unselfish all night. That's an example of their unselfishness leading to an easy bucket.
From the slam cam, you see some hands. And from behind, the dish off to Bedlam for the dunk. That's our Nike Slam Dunk of the game, brought to you by Nike, who reminds you to just do it. The Pistons, Dick Carter did it to the Bulls tonight in fine style.
It's wonderful to watch a basketball team that's so in sync with themselves and playing with such enthusiasm and playing an exciting brand of basketball, running the ball down the floor. And I know how good it felt to the coaches and the players after a little bit of a dry spell.
No question. I'm sure Chuck Daly and the Brendans are smiling right now. This is the world champion Pistons television network. The Pistons walked over Chicago tonight, 105-84. Our Taco Bell unsung hero had 14 rebounds to go with 16 points. He was solid as a rock. Bill Laimbeer, the unsung hero for Taco Bell. The defensive player of the game, Spider Sally, had 7 rebounds and 5 blocked shots. He's the Health Alliance Plan defensive player of the game. And our Dunham's player of the game, Joe Dumars, played Michael Jordan very well and shot 9 for 14 himself, 19 points, 5 assists. Joe Dumars. Joe, big challenge, and you were up to it. Congratulations.
It's always a big challenge playing Michael. You know, if you can't get up for playing against him, you don't need to be in this league.
What did you think, Joe? When Michael started out and, went 7 or 8 in a row, what was going through your mind?
Well, main thing during that time is not to get discouraged, not get down, because he's going to make some shots. And, you know, I try not to show any emotion towards him. You know, just keep coming at him. And on the other end, I tried to neutralize it by hitting some shots myself.
Oh, the battle of the off guards. Early, he didn't miss it, neither did you. And I don't know what that does to a Michael Jordan, but I know it does something to the Chicago Bulls, because when their guy's going off and you keep answering him, they know what's going to happen eventually, don't they?
Yeah, you know, if the situation comes down to that, you know, I have more confidence in the rest of my guys than I have in the rest of their guys. And
Sure.
I think, you know, if he and I are matching buckets, if we can shut the other guys down, I'm sure somebody for us is going to come through.
Joe, the Pistons ran the ball so well tonight. They had Coach Daly talk to you about trying to run the ball more? Did you just come out with quicker legs and were you more aggressive, or what caused it?
Well, to be honest with you, Dick, Chuck didn't say anything about running more. It was just players making up their minds to do something. You know how it is. You know, you make up your mind you're going to do something, you go out and do it. And, you know, if we can find a secret to doing that for 82 games, we'd be a lot better right now.
You certainly did it, Joe, and it was fun to watch. I'll tell you, the ball really moved, didn't it?
Yeah, everybody's in the locker room talking now about how much fun they had tonight because you know, you got out, you ran, the floor was spread, everybody got shots. Everybody was unselfish tonight. Now, that's the way we should play every night.
You look like the two-time defending champs, and I guess at least tonight somebody's going to say, what's wrong with the Pistons? The answer is nothing, huh, Joe?
Well, as long as we're playing like we did tonight, no, there isn't nothing wrong with it. But when we get away from the style of ball that we play tonight, then we run into problems.
Great job. Joe Dumars, our player of the game. We'll be right back on the World Champion Pistons Television Network. (105-84). The Pistons have beaten the Bulls here at the Palace, and Dick Carter, the keys to winning were certainly held up well tonight.
Well, I thought the bench was outstanding. That was one of our keys, handling Michael Jordan. After his early start, I think that the Pistons did a very solid job on him. And we wanted to shoot the ball a little bit better in the fast break, and aggressiveness and unselfishness led to, I don't know what the final percentage was, but it was good offensive execution all night long.
Well, let's look them up here. Let's take a look at the final numbers here tonight. 51% shooting. That's plenty good enough. They were 20 for 29 at the foul line. I'm sure Chuck would like to improve on that a little bit. Rebounding even. But the Pistons passed the ball for 27 assists. That's a great, great number.
And I thought that their effort stayed solid throughout the entire ball game. There were no real lapses. It was consistent, and that's what was lacking last night in Milwaukee. Tonight it was there, and if this team can keep that along with their devastating and unrelenting defense, they're going to win an awful lot of ball games.
And now looking at the scoring leaders, Michael Jordan with 33, but he did that after making his first 8 shots. Nobody else in double figures. Pistons, Joe D. and Isaiah with 19. Bill Laimbeer with 16. Mark Aguirre scored 15. All right, Dick, I want to wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And this is the way to take it to the Christmas break for you anyway, with a smile.
Well, that's for sure, and I think the Pistons kind of said Merry Christmas, and there is a Santa Claus in Detroit tonight.
No question. For Dick Carter and for the big fella in the truck, Harry Hutt, this is George Blaha reminding you for the final time, our final score was the Pistons 105 and the Bulls 84. Good night, everybody.
Pistons basketball was brought to you by Dunham's, the complete sports outfitter, with 10 Detroit locations, including our new Rochester Hills store. By Budweiser, the king of beers. Remember, know when to say when. By Dodge, for performance, quality, safety, and value. Welcome home, America. By Health Alliance Plan. Your health deserves the best. By the Kelly Springfield Tire Company. Kelly Tires, a good deal on a great tire. By Michigan Bev, who invites business customers to save money with the Ameritech Value Calling Plan. By Nike, who reminds you to just do it. By Kroger. At Kroger, every day is game day. And by Unical 76. Go with the spirit of 76.